you.
Okay. I don't know.
I just want to show you two, like one or two function. You've done well. You write this, write to file. This one write it a text file. But you know that this one it will always override the text. I hope you know.
Yes. I didn't
Because you
know.
didn't add the append.
Yes, this one is read. If I
What is the
pass a
append that
file
you did
here,
not add? What is that append that you did not
Like if you just add
go
to
and
the
read what
existing.
we taught before. Go through the there is a particular this thing right here. You add true here. When you put true here, it means that if this file exists before, the new content you want to write to it, you only append to the. But I will teach you one function, then the other one you do it yourself. What I want to teach you now is this is your text area. This is your text area. Let me see your screen. This is the screen, right? Okay. So this is your screen. I expect this screen should so that it will look like normal text area. Uh, so you may decide to make the background of this one to be yes. Okay, remember. You know 6. Oh, you say white. So why is that your
add?
this is the menu bar. This is a file. Let's preview the guy.
So what's
Okay.
the one is marketing one?
All you need to do, you need to set
Have
some
you
kind
even
of
start
yes,
this now?
yes. You need to set some kind of stop to this. This your open. What we want to do now is open. If a file exists, you can open it, right? So this in this case, you need to give this guy identifier. Yeah, open, right? So that will come here. I just want to do one. Where is
Not
open?
yet see.
I'll show it. So just put that open. Yeah, import the menu. We know we have two menu, Java the AWT. That AWT, the look and feel is not good. So we choose that. So another thing you need to do is on action, open file. You're supposed to add that action to it. Just go to skeleton to pick it. Or even make controller should work. Open file. Look at it. Okay, well, there is what we call file chooser. There is a class that will enable you to choose a file. We call it file what chooser. So if you want to open a file, you can say file. It's equal to file chooser. So there is a we need to import this java.fx.stage.file chooser. So what we first do is file chooser is equal to new file chooser. You understand? So look at other method under the file chooser, site set title. When you use a set title, select file to open. I just want to put that. So that file chooser is now ch dot show. We have method for open a dialog, we have method for what? Save dialog. If you want to save, like in your text editor now, if I press save, assuming we have save as, something like this will come. So if I decide to say open, something like this will come. So we want to do open. So how can we achieve that open? This is show open dialog. It require window, but it require a parameter called what? Window.
Window.
You know, when we show open dialog, it means that after show open dialog, it will return what? File. That's why we use file to represent it, since we know what is coming. Show open dialog, but you can get the window from the event. That's okay. Event dot get, or that your button you created here, this open, you can say open. You need to have a stage, because this one require a window. It require a parameter window. You understand? It require a parameter called what? Window. So this is how to get that stage. Open dot. Okay, there is no way to get a send here. What we need to do? What we want to do is we want to get that the window, the current window we have. So if there is no way to get the current window, go to this one, this guy, give it ID, parent, any name you like. Don't say because I gave it parent that it must always be a parent. Can you see it? Because through this one I can get access to window, and that window I will now pass it into that file. And even through that click, I can get access to window through here. But I forgot how to achieve it. But let's, you can say okay, stage is equal to parent dot, can you see it? Or if you like, don't put this, just say pass that window here directly. Do you know why you should understand that with this one require a window for you to be able to open a file. Do you get it? And that file now, and I told you how you, or the next thing is how can you get access to this window? So the panel that is holding all the widget, it has a method called get send or get window, which you can use that window here. The panel that is holding all the component, the panel that is holding uh all this component, it has a method that can return the window, the current window, which you now pass to this guy. Let's say if main file dot, immediately you choose a file, let's print out the location of file. Let's try it. This I wish you love keeping your audition. Let's just keep it. Later you will return it there so that we'll be able to see it. So let's run it. So if you go here, if you open, can you see it? All those things you did since, you now begin to what? Enjoy them. So where is any of those files you created earlier during the training? Let's say this not you. Let's say okay, we want to choose this. Can you see that the name appears here? Do you people understand what we are trying to do? Okay, let's create example. Welcome to Java programming. This is a welcome. I what idea? Is it correct? Let's just say. So let's save it to what? Desktop. In our desk, we say message dot what? Text, right? We want to open that. So if we now choose from our app now that okay, I want to open this.
Desktop.
Can you see now that the name of the file open? This is the file. Do you understand? Do you people understand what we mean? So now you already have the file. Instead of print out the file, call the method that read what? File. Pass the main file there. Whatever with that method, whatever you do to this main file will now happen. So on this main file, what you're supposed to do, you print out the content of the file, right? Let's try and see what we have. What you did here is whatever file you pass here, you read it and you print out the what? The content, right? You print line by what? Line. Can you see it? It's just a gradual process. Let's just copy something. Let's copy this guy. You are becoming a bona fide developer. You will see that. Why do you open so much file like this? You open one. Let's just edit this guy. I don't want to be doing everything. If I do this one. So we have enough text, right? And this your text area is what? Redundant. It's not, it doesn't have anything. Instead of printing out here in the file, can you, where is that your text area? It's text field, right? When you say text, you say set text. Does it have a way to append text? Because if you say set text, it will always, people should think of append text. Let me tell you something. When you say set text, it will always replace with the current text. But when you say append text, it will now go down. Let's run it and see. You need to look for the method. Think that there should be.
After the dot operator, you should be able to bring all those methods for us so that we know the suitable one to pick.
Yes, it will bring. I'm just it brought all the method and I try to check it.
It's working.
Oh,
You see the code I write is working.
Can you see it now? So what of when you type here?
Is it going to
Go
affect?
here,
Save.
save.
No, I see.
we have to attach that method written to this save now. Have you forgotten?
Okay. Do you people understand it up to this stage?
Yes.
We are trying to Shina, what about you? We are trying to break it so that you get it. You see this global file when you select it. Where is that file? This is a local file. You understand? You need to make it global so that you can use it in anywhere. You understand? Do you people understand?
Yes.
Do you people understand? And you don't put through here because everything you are still getting from the text area so that it will still override what you have there. Okay, now when you choose a file, let's do something. So when you want to make this file global, create it like this. This is main file, right? So move it to the top so that every of your class member will have access to it. Here, you can initialize it to be equal to main file equal to mod. You understand it? Do you people understand it?
No.
When you move it here, it means that this method, if you want to use it inside this method, you have access to main file. If you want to use it in another method, but you declare it inside this method now, it means that you won't be able to access it inside this method. That's why we move it up. When we move it up, it's a global variable. So we check at when the program run, the file is null, nothing is in the file. That is the meaning of this one. When I choose the file has changed to what? Whatever I choose. I read it into a what? Text area. You understand? So now here, let's add a method here. Save, right? Save. You understand? You don't even need to put here, just a save file. You now be enjoying the program now. Save, right? You want to save to a file. Save file, right? So whenever I click this button, what do you want to happen? Write file. So what do you want to write? I want to write to this main file. What name? What did I want to write? Text feed dot what? Get text. That is all. When you write, where is that your notification? I issue the notification just to show that file saved successfully. That's where you begin to join all those things together.
So that method will be attached under this.
Yes, under this method. Now, when after editing the file, just put file saved successfully. You can put it somewhere here. You understand? So that you do it one after the other. When I save the file, tell me that file saved, or maybe somewhere on your screen here, you can put a status here. You used to see it in Microsoft Word, they will put a status here. Saved.
Small one.
Small one.
Apple law.
Saved. It take time go there. We are going to that. That's another but know now that it will still save your what file. So you see, it's not a day job. You've come long way. Now we are this is where we now begin to apply it. So open the file. And so, oh, this is very interesting part of programming. Please save me for the next flow. There is a way to put all your command together. Go and learn it. If I press Ctrl S to save, it will execute this. If I press Ctrl S, it will execute this. I will just, I say, it has saved. You understand? File, you see file what? Copy, because you wrote file copied under your. So let's try and close this file. Let's open it so that you will know whether the file has saved or not. Can you see it? But you've come. It's not a day job.
Started from a meeting.
Hey.
Later time.
This kind of a program will take time to learn, but you continue learning step by step, stage by step. That is one. You see, I forgot how to use that keyboard. You see sample keyboard shortcut to menu item. You see it. Go to this one. This one is easy because this guy will just tell you straight. Somebody will have issues. And I control this. Even you can even set it there. You can add a key accelerator key in the same view down or add it directly in the key accelerator. Can you see it? So let's try and see it. Where is it? Let's first add to this. Look at accelerator key. Wait, let me see. Okay. Control. Where?
Just control.
Control.
Let's say control. Oh, can you see it? I don't think we even need to write anything here. Let's run it again. Control O, right? That is what we choose.
Control O. C'est bon?
Can you see it?
C'est oui.
So we don't even need to write anything. When you cancel, the file will be enough so that you choose, you'll be able to know. What we're supposed to do is this. Can you see that error?
Yes.
Before you read your file, say if ch is not equal to no. That is when you only read. But when you cancel, you understand? When you cancel, can you see? I've like this one. I've not used it before. This Control S, key add accelerator. Look at modifier. Control N. I say Control N. So you now admin key. That's Control S, right? You even call it even sit. You say Control what? Yes.
Okay. Control and choose that maybe control
Yes.
S something. That will be only.
You don't even need that to do anything here.
So I have a question.
Ask your question.
Aside the default way of saving, which is Control S, we can define our own.
You can define your own, but when you are building an application, you build the one that is common to people,
Yes.
so that you won't go and say
Which is generic.
it's generic. Okay, you see Control S. What do you want to Control S? What do you want to save? You know that save will get your text area. Okay, let's Control O. Can I say?
Bashana,
Ojimo.
is it sinking?
Hey, you can see now that your this is when you expand it, it doesn't cover all the screen.
Another work again.
Most of the time when you are working, when you click your anchor point, if you go down,
Layout.
your
Should
layout
make it
always
800,
make it
700 by 400.
Complete
size.
size. Completed size.
Completed. Wow.
So that, and if it doesn't work, we devise another one.
Is that
It's
right?
not yet. It's not. We are not done yet. Okay, there should be a way to expand. We do that. We are not done yet. You understand?
Yes.
Go and do something here, so that when I say Control S, it will open a save dialog. Let me just do something.
To like save as.
We didn't do save as. We never had it here.
Let me do something. Open file, right, Abby? This one is save file. But before you save file, check if main file is equal to no. You understand? Yes. If the main file is not equal to, if the main file is not, it means that you have not opened any file. It's a fresh file, because when you run your program, it's always no here. That is what we want to do. If the main file, you anytime you press Ctrl S, it's stable. But what of if I have not I just open this, I
I just
begin
want
to
to
type,
save it.
I have not opened any file. You understand? So you need to, there is a word we call file chooser. See, bring your file chooser. Where is your file chooser? So since you make use of file chooser here, do you even understand that the file chooser has your title there? Select file to open. You didn't take note of it.
Okay.
Do you get it? So this file chooser, you make use of it here. Let's still make use of it. That if the file doesn't exist, you say okay, save to file. So all you need to do is you now say main file, main file is equal to, instead of show save dialog, is what? Is show save
Save
dialog. We are still going to say parent dot get dot get window. Now we still need to call this right because you initialize the file. You will not be the one to put the name and save. Do you people understand what we just did? If the file is not this one will always write to a file whether you have something in your text area or not, or whether you choose a file. But you know that anytime you want to write to a file, you need to select the location. This one will help you to select the location together with the file name you want to use. Since you've chosen the location, all you need to do is write this file to this new location. Let's run it and see. Because tomorrow we have another thing to do. We are through with this one. Do you want us to stop?
This one that we are just filing everything, we need to check them.
Okay, maybe we can use tomorrow to see somebody's
When it's
essay.
too much.
Isaac is more than man.
For me, like this one is okay.
Ẹ ká farabalẹ̀, a máa wá bí lọ́la, a máa tún ọ̀tún wò. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa kọ́ wá mí níjọ Friday. Mi ò mọ bí tá à ń sá lọ.
You cannot know everything in a day.
Tí yóò bá ti lè sọ ní
Well, you may decide to go through all you've done. Let's say, wait, let's say save, right? Save. You see what I'm telling you? It's a new file. Do you know that it's supposed to bring save type? Because you didn't set it.
PDF.
Because you didn't set it. So all we need to do is now say okay, new file.txt. Let's just say put the extension. Let's go to our this whether it is file what. So we've done that. So if you say open, you can open the what old file, right? So that you see the text. It's not old file you want to open again. Open the new file. Did you see something? Do you see something?
Did you see it?
Yes.
Do you people see something?
Yes, the content in the new file is
in the
not
new file is
coming.
here.
So when you open file, before you open file, all you need to do is clear the content first. Open file before you read the file. You understand? Say text field dot what? That will solve your problem. So we are through for today. I hope you get something from it. So open file. Right? Let's open another file. I know some of you will just decide to stay here. You will not think of any other file. This thing. Can you see it? Can you see it? At least you are able to write a file what editor. So because we modify it, you can save it back so that next time when you open it, it will come like this. Let's try and open any other text file. Because this is a Word document, there is a way to read it. Even if you decide to read this file now, file reader, file writer.
Yeah.
And normal when you open it in Notepad, it's going to give you something like this. So to show that your program is working fine, right? It's working fine for Notepad for text. But there is a way we read this. We read binary, we read it, we attach it here. There is a way we read it. We check whether it is a Word document or not. So let's say you open Open what? So desktop. Let's this one that we did the other time. Can you see now that it came displayed? Okay, let's stop here.